the start of the race number 249 on your programme, the A final of the Under-19 Women's Single Scull. In lane 1 from Team Indonesia, Dewi Yuliawati. In lane 2 from Somerville House, Harriett Hudson. In lane 3 from Melbourne, Ria Thompson. In lane 4 from Swan River, Georgia Wheeler. In lane 5 from Adelaide University and the South Australian Sports Institute, Bridget Badenoch. In lane 6 from Murray Bridge and the South Australian Sports Institute, Georgia Seidel. In lane 7 from University of Queensland, Maddie Southall. And in lane 8 from Melbourne University, Chloe Betts.
And a lot to, well, something's got to give in this one. We've had Georgia Wheeler and Bridget Badenoch win heats and semi-finals, and they've also had a success together in the qualifying stages of the Under-19 Women's Double Scull. They find themselves in adjacent lanes as the two favourites in this one, and Georgia Seidel and Ria Thompson are also expected to fare well in this Under-19 Women's Single Scull. Of course, the Under-19 category, chance to impress here and then get invited to trial for the Australian junior team for the Junior World Rowing Championship. So a lot at stake for these young scullers as they try and impress, and they've covered around about 250 metres or a little bit further, and they'll we'll pick that up a little bit later. We've got the B final coming down at the present moment, and this B final of the Under-19 Women's Single Scull. We have the sculler in lane number 4 from Rockhampton Grammar School, Lucy Blair, that is enjoying some clear water here over the sculler alongside of her, and that's Kinross Wallaroi School's Kate Hall. And then also faring well, Morgan Reimer leading from Lucy Blair, with Kate Hall doing well for Kinross Wallaroi School. And then on this side of the course we have Wilshire of Griffith University and Davenport of Sydney Rowing Club. So they're the top 5 here in Final B of the Under-19 Women's Single Scull, with Morgan Reimer of Griffith University Surfers Paradise in the red colours, coached by Lincoln Handley, who has returned to Queensland after spending some time at the Western Australian Institute of Sport, and from there he was coaching Australian under-23 lightweight crews, and he's returned to Queensland and enjoying some success with Griffith University Surfers Paradise. So only 110 metres to go in this B final. Morgan Reimer, Griffith University, leads Blair of Rockhampton Grammar School. Kate Hall third for Kinross Wallaroi, and then the other Griffith sculler, Tennille Wilshire, is next in 5th, then followed by Romola Davenport of Sydney Rowing Club, and then Georgia Bowd of Hunter Valley Grammar School, and over on the far side, Jamie Warboys of Furbank Grammar. So crossing now to claim 9th overall in the Under-19 Women's Single Scull as winner of the B final, Morgan Reimer. Lucy Blair next in 2nd place. Kate Hall of Kinross Wallaroi in their trademark colour scheme boat is there in 3rd. 4th goes to Tennille Wilshire of Griffith University. Davenport next, and then followed by Bowd, and back to Warboys of Furbank Grammar School.
Count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. see me through. Sometimes it seems the going is just too rough, and things go wrong no matter what I do. Now and then it seems like life is just too much, but you got the love I need to see me.
So the under-19 women's single scull A final continues down the course, and Georgia Seidel of Murray Bridge is the one that's upsetting the apple cart here for Bridget Badenoch and Georgia Wheeler that have been dominating through the preliminary stages of this event. And Georgia Seidel is going very much stroke for stroke with Bridget Badenoch of Adelaide University, and then back in third spot Georgia Wheeler of Swan River. And next would be Ria Thompson of Melbourne Rowing Club. And then across to Harriett Hudson of Somerville House, Maddie Southall of the University of Queensland, and then Chloe Betts of Melbourne University, and Dewi Yuliawati of Team Indonesia over on the far side of the course in 8th place. So just about to cross through the 1500 metre mark. Bridget Badenoch has just started to make a push and has pushed ahead of Seidel. And then back to Georgia Wheeler in third spot. And very much looking like where the medals could come from this one, although Ria Thompson still within striking distance from Melbourne Rowing Club. And then also Somerville house sculler Harriett Hudson in the very bright green boat over towards the far side of the course over in lane number 2. So around about 300 or so metres still to cover in this national championship, with Bridget Badenoch, who has looked so strong and so smooth throughout the heats and the semi-finals, under the most pressure she's seen all regatta. And it is Georgia Seidel that has really thrown down the gauntlet to her in the early stage, and I'm wondering if she's still got some left to challenge her over this last 250 metres. Georgia Wheeler of Swan River is starting to bring things home, and now Badenoch starting to see the sculler on her stroke side or her right start to creep up and almost cause a bit of an overlap here with about 150 metres to go. Over towards the far side of the course, Somerville House, Harriett Hudson has moved ahead of Ria Thompson and into fourth spot, and hoping she can be a bit of a late spoiler here for the medals, but it is still Bridget Badenoch that's leading. Seidel has been pushed back into third spot by the Swan River sculler Georgia Wheeler as she starts to make a very, very late push that has pushed her into the silver medal spot, and now starting to cause the overlap with a double sculling partner. But Bridget Badenoch still looking unflustered, still with that very high tempo. She heads up towards the line, and she'll take out the Under-19 Single Scull Championship of Australia. Under 8 minutes, that's very good going. There's going to be about 3 scullers go under 8 minutes. Second goes to the silver medalist, Swan River's Georgia Wheeler. Georgia Seidel gave her every chance there in the early stages that she finishes in the bronze medal. Harriett Hudson 4th, 5th to Ria Thompson, 6th will be Maddie Southall of UQBC, Dewi Yuliawati of Team Indonesia 7th, and Melbourne University's Chloe Betts placing 8th.